What's up, friends? All right, so tonight we're going to be doing alcohol inks because, as you notice, or may have not noticed if this is your first video, this is white. It wasn't white before, but now it is. And so I just painted this last night. I want to do another coat tomorrow and, well, all that. So we're doing alcohol inks. And so what I was thinking, we could take up this black and use it as a wash and kind of wash the whole can Yupo. Wash the whole Yupo and build it up in layers. So we have some really soft grays behind it and some harder lines around the outside. And well, anyway, alcohol ink is so much fun to use and so much fun to watch. And so we'll just start. And I'm not great with it yet because I've only done like 4 or 5 pieces. I put a couple online, like the speed video. I was talking to my mother-in-law while doing it. And yeah, so we're going to do this. And so what I'm going to do to start, we've got some 91% isopropyl alcohol in our little squeeze bottle here. All right, so here we go. I'm going to cover a little bit and just add us some black in here. I'm going to try to do an... Black is a really strong color, if you didn't know. And so I want to blow this bad boy around, get it to evaporate, see what kind of cool swirls we can make. What? Oh, I didn't plug it in. I was like, how can this even be possible? This isn't even an old one. Anyway, so this is 74-pound Yupo. So the reason why that matters is we cannot leave the heat in the same area for long or it will just up and bubble. And we can just let it run off every which way, and that's all okay. And if it decides it wants to go one way, we'll just let it and work with what we get. One of the really fun things about alcohol inks is that, so once they start drying out, we'll see the harder, like all the different things we get. If I just add one little, see, I really wish I had my blow dryer, but I don't, so I can wish all I want, it's not going to happen. But I do need, I want. It always messes with my brain space to have that stuff off and floating. Okay, so there's lots of cool things we could do, like, hey, that's an eyeball and a big old nose, and there's a face there. Sorry, dude, your face is going away. Cool thing about alcohol inks, so if you get alcohol anywhere around it, it'll start to, that's actually, so these areas will start to push pigment to the side on where I just splashed it. And I just flicked it over there. And it'll start making all these really fun, really cool things. And see, all we did was put down black, but there's clearly some brownish and some browns and oranges, and there's even a little bit of warmth down there, maybe some pinkish colors. But yeah, we'll use some of this alcohol to give it a. I don't want it to fix like this. I didn't want it to be like that, so we're gonna continue with our wash process. So as we just get in these certain places, sorry I'm not talking as much as I usually do. This is actually a little bit more difficult, because I'm not used to doing this all the time. Ooh. I'm going to blow off some of this extra ink. There's just too much on this little bitty guy here. The other awesome thing about alcohol inks on Yupo, it dries so fast. And when it's dry, I mean, just in between these little bits here, as it dries out, we're getting these... wow, what was he even trying to say? Oh yeah, so as it dries out, it doesn't even matter if flies land in our stuff. Isn't that kind of cool? Like, it's got just building layers of that black, and it's giving us depth. And all we use is one color. Well, okay, that's not fair. Black is a shade, not a color. But yeah. So now here's the thing. Oh, dang it! Don't touch the metal barrel. Ah. So that was fun. All right, so what I'm thinking now, I would like to, since this is so dark, maybe we should use this a little bit more as a what's it called? A saturated color, so that it's more vibrant and vivid. So, yeah. Isn't that cool though? Look up close. So as that's starting to, it pushes the black pigment away from it. I think it's so much fun to watch. It just kind of eats it away and carves its own space out in there. All right, that guy's pretty much done. We'll do 3. So maybe a smaller one up in this area. I'm just trying to keep it as middle-y balanced as possible, just because I really want these to stay round and stuff. Roundish. Although this one is way more dramatic than this one is, because this one had so much more black in it. Alright. Maybe we'll do there-ish, and as it kind of pushes out, I don't know, maybe we'll do 5. 5 drops, 3 drops. Sometimes I can't tell. I wish I had I'm going to grab a pen. Not a pen as in like a writing pen, but a pen as in a pen. As in stick it. I'm going to see if I can't get just the barest amount of pigment on this and specifically put it where I want it. Don't know how I'm going to do this. You know what? Boom. We're going to have 5. Boom. And then we could still just blow this around if we wanted to. I just hadn't been because it was doing such fun stuff on its own. And so, I don't know, maybe it's like bubbling up from the deep, or totally changes. And that's changes from every which way we kind of look at it here. To be honest, I think this is boring still. So, let's fix that. Hey, it looks like a little cute ghost is poking his head in from the side. And there's a big old giant schnoz there. And that's a head. And something's covering up his head right there. Anyway. Oh, man. So, one of the fun things with rubbing alcohol is I love getting it on my fingers and then flicking it across the canvas. Because it almost looks like nothing happened at first. But then all of a sudden we see these other textures start to grow in there. And I think it I think just now it turned that kind of boring area into more interesting. So it does all kinds of stuff. If we want to put our drop right up in that, on that line. Now, let me find, it evaporated already. There. It starts to break the perfection of the line. And so on that one, it's eating it, it's starting to push it out, and it was just a little bit too perfect before. Which way does... I don't know. I like it this side bottom. I guess, you know what? Be a rebel, do it this way, but I don't know. It doesn't matter. And so I might want to do that just in a couple strategic places, just to, and one more slight one off the side. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Okay, and now maybe just an accent color. Just an accent color to keep it interesting. All right, so we have a stronger blue. We have flamingo, or we have amethyst. The red would pop. The blue would make things deeper and more dramatic. Let's not use that one. Ooh. Well, we already kind of got a... That's my thinking song. You know what? I kind of want to just keep it more in one family, so let's do this then. So one of the things I really think is cool when we do this is you take, and I saw this from somebody else, this isn't my technique, I don't know his name, but if you look up alcohol ink bichromatic, I think, it is awesome. Actually, that's where this inspiration is coming from for this. And so those little splatters just give it a little bitty flick, and I don't know if you can really tell on this one, but that is a much stronger, deeper blue. And this one is a little slight touch greener than it shows up on the screen, but it does feel like it's missing something to me, though. I don't know. Maybe I'll do this live next time, just so we can be like, I'll say like, yeah, we're missing something. And you'd be like, yeah, seriously, right here. Don't you see it? And I'll be like, oh, yeah. Silly me. Because that's what I say all the time, I'm sure. Oh, that's going to be more dramatic than I intended. Maybe that's what it needed, though. Kind of something off the edge, off the side, and... yeah. I like that. Actually, I think if I were to frame it... probably like that. I don't know. It's always hard to find the art when there's so many cool things that you like. I know those aren't perfect, but that almost makes me like some of those even more. And you know what? I said black, but we end up having like swaths of brown in here in different places, and I still think that this guy looks like a cute little ghost poking in his head. Like, hey, what you guys doing? Can I play? Anyway, very cool. There's macros in this, and it's fun. Okay, guys, so I had an idea that I think is genius, and I've not seen anyone on YouTube do it. So that either means one of two things. that I am a visionary and completely unique human being that only thinks of one thing, or I'm an idiot and there's a reason why no one else does it. And I'm really hoping for number one, but it's absolutely possibly number two. And so what I really want to happen, so I figured out how to take a lot of archival things and with all the pouring medium and all that extra stuff, come out to a cheap way to get highly pigmented with very quality, archival quality pigments, and pouring mediums that are archival. And I don't know if it'll pan out like I'm hoping it will, but if it does, oh my goodness, how cool would that be? Because you know what, the thing about this this art, pretty much all art, I feel like there's so much snobbery around, like, oh well, I use the nice stuff, it costs me 4 years paycheck, and I'm like, oh, that's really awesome for you, but what about everyone else that can't afford to do their passions like others can? So I'm just darkening up this edge. There's something about it. I feel like it needs more of something, and I'm not sure what. So I was thinking maybe create more depth on one side. And don't you ruin my Casper, I'm going to be pissed. That's my ghost. Now he's got an afro! Look at, he's got an afro! Okay, this painting just got 1,000,000 times better. Oh, look at, he's got an afro. He is now the coolest guy on this entire painting. Anyway, so I am getting all the stuff to make this possibly archival, possibly expensive, stupid mistake. Because I didn't just buy one color, I bought a ton of colors. Like, when I say a ton, I mean I bought 24 of them. And so, we'll see if that was a stupid gamble or fun. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like my afro dude that's poking his head in, would you reach down there and click that like button or even the subscribe button if you're feeling really generous? But guys, love y'all, appreciate you, and we're gonna get back to pouring soon, but I need to figure out something with this plastic here. I don't want to pour on my freshly painted table. So we'll figure this out. And until meantime, I'll see. Sweet. Alcohol inks. I'm totally going to have the prettiest nails of anyone on the block here. Anyway, until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.